Today, we're talking about 3 stocks for July. We're looking at Adobe, Salesforce, and Enovix. Stay tuned for more. Today, Thomas and I are looking at 3 stocks that should have your attention for the month of July. We're looking at Adobe, Salesforce, and Enovix. We did a video like this last month, and our viewers seem to enjoy it. So here we go again. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and get that video linked down below for the one that we did in June, so you can see how our stocks panned out for us. If you want to see more of these videos, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll always get the latest news right when it's released. All right, Thomas, the hype of AI, it's spilled over into Adobe. We see this company allowing its users to tap into the latest technology here. So investors are getting excited about this potential. So what now, Thomas?
Yeah, Adobe kind of came out of nowhere as an AI play. It was unexpected. The Q2 earnings report was really a blowout, and that's because Adobe is about data. AI is all about data. They need data to train all the models, and Adobe is where you go to make media, pictures and images. They even got video and sound. So there's lots of opportunity for the AI market to want to use Adobe. But to take that a step further, Adobe, their CEO used the word ubiquitous. That means it's everywhere. Everybody can connect to Adobe. So that makes Adobe an immediate part of the AI infrastructure. That's definitely a win. But Adobe also uses AI on its own platform and offers AI services to its clients, which is another bonus. So Adobe is basically a trifecta, a three-way play on AI.
So
and the analysts are loving it.
Is it only
I'm
AI
sorry.
that's giving them this hype, though, Thomas? Like, if we took AI out of it, would the stock still be popular among investors?
I think that it would still be a good stock, but it would not have the revenue and earnings outlook that it does right now. Because the reason why it emerged as that sleeper play was because the expectation for business spending in general was kind of soft, and consumer spending as well. So AI has definitely juiced the outlook as it has for a lot of the tech space.
And what's the
But
chart saying here?
Well, I was going to say the analysts are really loving the stock. It's had at least 25 upgrades or price target increases since the results were released. The consensus has it priced about fair value, but the new range is above 500 to 550, and it's certainly supporting the stock. And I would say the chart looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and pull one up and we can talk about that. Right. So you can see Adobe put its bottom in at the end of 2022 and start to drift higher. Starts to put in some higher support here in early 2023. And then when AI starts to really grab a hold of the market's attention, we start to have this nice rally. That's a pretty strong rally. And we have a nice little bullish flag that formed after the earnings report was released. Since then, we've got a nice surge in prices. This is a continuation signal that suggests this rally is going to continue and extend possibly up to the 680 region. What we're looking for now, there was a break above this resistance point. If the market can get above this point and sustain it, I would say that Adobe will probably rally into the end of the year.
All right, Thomas, let's talk about Salesforce. You wrote about Salesforce for MarketBeat. And again, I'll always be linking these articles for our viewers down below. But if there is something you guys are looking for in particular, head over to marketbeat.com, do a search there, but leave me a comment down below about any questions you have. Of course, we'll cover those for you. Always happy to help. Anyway, Thomas, Salesforce, they issued their first price increase in years and shares surged on that news. They're up about 70% from the first of the year. And you're saying another double-digit gain is in store. What are the takeaways there?
Yeah, I think that this stock is definitely moving higher. This is another like trifecta play. Salesforce was already leading the CRM market. That was supporting the price. Then you had the AI play. Salesforce is leaning hard into AI services for its employees and for its clients. But then they raise prices. They're going to raise prices an average of 9%. That means that we can look for at face value at least a high single-digit increase to the guidance. And if the mix is good, it could be a low double-digit increase. So you add the price increase into the company's already its momentum, and there is an opportunity for growth to accelerate. Now, the analysts here, they're supporting the stock, but they're kind of lagging the market a little bit. So I see a potential catalyst in that angle. I think the analysts will probably start raising their targets, if not now because of the price target increases, then after the next earnings report, which is due out fairly soon. Now, the price increases aren't going to show up in the current report, but they will absolutely show up in the guidance, and the guidance is what's going to move this stock. I think the guidance is going to be really impressive. Let's look at the chart. Now, this chart is really similar to Adobe. We've got a bottom at the end of 2022. We've got a little bit of an AI spurred rally going on right here. But Salesforce has already broken above its critical resistance point. It's already in a reversal. It's already got a consolidation and bull flag, and it's already broken out to the upside. This is a very strong continuation signal. I think Salesforce could easily get up to $300 by the end of the year.
All right, Thomas, let's talk Enovix. This one kind of first caught my eye around mid-June after I saw one of our MarketBeat contributors writing about it. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. But at that point, resistance for the stock was about $15 per share. Since then, news broke out of a government contract. Shares, of course, took off, but new price targets were published, and the new resistance looks to be around $20 per share. If you would, Thomas, can you share a little bit more about what this company does and if the stock looks promising going forward?
Right, Enovix, they make lithium-ion batteries. They have some exposure to the EV market, but really it's a story about batteries in general. They've got exposure to most industries and verticals, if not all of them, most use cases for the batteries. But the chart is okay. You know, there's a near-term updraft. It's supported by analyst upgrades. The stock could be a winner because we know lithium batteries are definitely big. There's no doubt about that. They recently got a government contract. That's always good news. That's guaranteed revenue for the company. It could be the start of a bigger move and a bigger business with the government. I think starting a position isn't a bad idea, but I would want to look for pullbacks to build that position, start off pretty cautiously and build with small buys over time. Let's look at the chart, see what it looks like. All right, so this one's showing a similar bottom to Adobe and Salesforce here, late 2022. We've got a little bit of a rally starting to form, and then the updraft starts to gain momentum here as results are coming out and the government contract is released. Like you said, resistance might be around $20. It's kind of breaking through that level right now. But I think that it could go higher. My caution here is that this is a pretty fresh off its IPO, and there's some pretty strong resistance up here at this level. I think that this level could cap gains. Best case scenario, we'll see a pullback for a possible entry point, maybe a consolidation and then a breakout. A bull will really want to see the stock break above this level. In that scenario, it could probably go from 24 to 36, which is about a 33% gain.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed Thomas's charts here, we're actually going to be starting a new video series where Thomas goes through how to read the charts, what the charts are saying, so that you can actually start to utilize this in your investing research. But Thomas, we want to know, out of these three stocks, I mean, they're all great picks here for the month of July, but if you could only choose one, which one are you going for?
So that's a hard call. I certainly lean towards Adobe and Salesforce. The charts look so much better. They've got better established businesses, outlook for growth, outperformance, profits. But Salesforce is already breaking out. Adobe's still lagging a little bit. So I think Salesforce is going to be the winner for this month. It'll really come down to the Q2 earnings reports, though. Both are expected to give strong reports and give increased guidance. The one that gives the better guidance will have the better stock price move. It depends on how the analysts kind of respond to it. They both look like winners to me, but yes, I think Salesforce is where I put my money today.
All right, well, there you have it. Thomas is saying Salesforce. Let us know in the comments down below if you're following any of these stocks, if you agree with Thomas. Of course, if this information was useful to you at all, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button and hit the notification bell so we continue to grow this channel just for you guys. Don't forget that you can get stock alerts on these stocks we mentioned today and more right to your inbox with MarketBeat. Let us do the heavy lifting for you for your market research. We just want to be that helpful hand to you. So thanks for your analysis today, Thomas. Incredible as always. And we'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome, Lacey. Thank you very much.